I'm sorry to say, just now there's something wrong with our microphone. My apology for any inconvenience. And now we will show you from the very beginning. Hello, everybody. Welcome you all to OpenVox Online Product Introduction Conference. This is Celine from OpenVox Marketing Department. Today, my colleague team from Technical Department and I will introduce you IPPBX UC 300 and UC 500 in details. This is the second time we hold this kind of conference. Hope we will bring you a better experience. Last month, we have given a brief introduction to you about the hardware performance and the software features. And this time, we will introduce a quick start guide of UC series products to you all, so that you can get your UC series products into work as quickly as possible. All in all, this conference is about to tell you how to use OpenVox UC series IPPX. The presentation includes 3 parts. The first part is hardware installation. The second part is IPPBX configuration and result display. The final part is Q&A session. During the conference, we will display the hardware installation, the configuration, and the immediate effect of IPPBX at the same time, so that everyone can see the real-time effect of corresponding installation and configuration. First part is the hardware installation. First of all, we need a UC 500, an Ethernet switch, an analog telephone, and an OpenVox IP phone. Connect them all according to the scenario topology. Now we will show you the installation of the hardware, how to connect them all to get an available IPPBX system. We can see that this is a UC 500 device equipped with 2 network interfaces and 4 analog ports. Let's power on UC 500. Then you can see the power light on. About 40 seconds later, you will hear the sound beep, which means the IPPBX system has been loaded. Now let's wait for 40 seconds. Please kindly wait, it won't be very long. Okay, the PBX system has been loaded. Then we connect the WAN port of UC 500 to the Ethernet switch with network cable. So the UC 500 has been connected to local area network. Now let's see the analog ports. The port with red light on is FXO port, which is used for connecting to PSTN line. We connect the PSTN line to port 3, which enable us to make an outbound call. The port with green light on is FXS port, which is used for connecting to analog phone. Now we connect this analog phone to port 1. This IP phone is an OpenVox production C401. What we need to do is to connect the phone to the Ethernet switch and power it on. Then the IP phone is connected to the same LAN with UC 500. So far, the hardware installation is finished. Now it's the second part, IPPBX configuration. There is a label on the back of UC 500, from which you can find the valuable information to manage the device, such as default IP address, username, and passwords. In terms of WAN port, the default IP address is 172.16.101.1. Both the username and passwords are ADMIN. To get access into this UC 500 device, firstly, we have to change the IP of this computer to the network segment where the WAN port of UC 500 is located at, just as it showed on the screen. Then we can open the browser, type 172.16.101.1, and you can see the login interface. Enter the username and passwords to get access into the system. Then we will enter the system management interface. Firstly, let's change the IP address of all the following ones, including the IP address of WAN port, the IP address of gateway, the IP address of mask and DNS. After we save all the changes, it will alter to the new IP address automatically. Okay, we can see the login interface again. Type in username and password to login. The OpenVox IPPBX system generates a number of configurations by default, including 1. 10 SIP accounts, 101 to 110, and 2 FXS extensions, 200 to 201. 2. A ring group that includes all SIP extensions, 101 to 110. 3. A FXO trunk contains all FXO ports. 4. An outgoing route. When you dial the target number, the number will be sent to the default FXO trunk. 5. An incoming route. Incoming calls from the FXO ports will be transformed to the ring group 600 by default. With the configuration above, we can use the UC 500 device without any complex operation. What we need to do is to register the SIP phone, connect with the PSTN line. Then we can make the outgoing calls and receive incoming calls. Here we have the OpenVox IP phone C401. We need to go to the endpoint configurator page to configure it. First, let's scan the IP phones in the WAN. Sorry to say there is IP conflicts. We need to restart the IP phone. Please wait minutes. Please wait seconds. Okay, let's go on. You can see that the system has found one OpenVox IP phone, say 401. 101 will be assigned to C401. Click the button Save. The phone will restart automatically. It takes about 90 seconds, and then the SIP account 101 will be registered. 90 seconds later, the IP phone C401 will be ready. During this period, we will show you the dashboard. It includes 4 parts. The first part is system resources. It indicates CPU and memory usage. The second part is about storage, including both the internal and external ones. At this moment, as you can see, there is no USB drive or SD card inserted. The third part is process status. We have 5 main services here, and they are running well. The last part is about communication activity. We can monitor SIP devices, IAX2 devices, and FXS devices. And we can also check the status of FXO trunks and VoIP trunks. When you are making calls, you can even see the total number of concurrent calls. And now we will get into the video demo session. The green light on the form C401 indicates that SIP account 101 has been registered. Otherwise, it will be red. We have also got the PSTN line and analog phone connected. Now we will use C401 core 200. The analog phone will ring. And next, we will use this phone to dial a target mobile phone. Okay, the mobile phone rings, we will answer it. And next, let's dial the number of the PSTN line and see if extension 101 will ring. Okay, the phone is ringing, and we have answered it. Now let's show you how to enable the recording for extensions and configure ring groups, trunks, conference, IVR, inbound routes, and outbound routes. First, go to extensions page, double-click extension 101. Then enable recording for both inbound and outbound calls. And we do the same configuration on extension 200. Second, now we move to ring groups. The default ring group 600. We can see there are 10 SIP extensions here, but only SIP extension 101 and FXS extension 200 are used at this moment. So we add a new group 601 and add SIP 101 and FXS 200 inside. Third, we go to trunks. The default FXO trunk contains all FXO ports, port 3 and port 4. But sometimes we want to create trunks for each port and set up inbound and outbound routes individually. For now, only port 3 is connected with a PSTN line, so we add a new FXO trunk, which contains only FXO port 3, and we need to bind a DID number for it. Go to Core Control, FXO channels DIDs, then assign a DID number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for FXO port 3. This DID number will be used for inbound routes later. Fourth, now we go to conference page. There are two kinds of conference here, internal and external. The internal conference is used only by internal extensions, while the external conference can be used by both internal and external lines. Here we create an external conference room 800. and leave the pin code empty. Fifth, let's build an IVR for demonstration. In this IVR, we will create two menus, main menu for welcome message and sub-menu for call destinations. When somebody calls in, it will hear the main menu, which says, "Welcome to OpenVox. Press 1 for Chinese. Press 2 for English." Then we press 2, it will go to sub-menu, which says, "Welcome to OpenVox Online Demonstration System. Press 1 for extension 101. Press 2 for ring groups. Press 3 for conference." Now we create the sub-menu. Add a new IVR. Upload the audio file first. Then fill in IVR name, sub-menu, description, timeout, invalid destination, timeout destination, and digits. 1 for extension 101. 2 for ring group 601. 3 for conference 800. Then we create the main menu. It is almost the same as sub-menu. Upload file first. Fill in IVR name, main menu, description, timeout, invalid destination, timeout destination, and digits. 2 for IVR sub-menu. Six, we need to add an inbound route for FXO port 3 and fill in the DID number we bound for FXO port 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The destination should be IVR main menu. 7, the last step, we need to create an outbound route to send calls to FXO port 3 only. Fill in the route name, add a dial pattern, dial number start with 9, and choose FXO port 3. Then set this route to the top priority. Save and apply changes. It will bring all changes into effects. Now let's make some real calls to show you how they work. During the demonstration, we can see all core activities on the operator panel. First, now let's make an inbound call. Get into IVR. Press 2, go to the English menu. Then press 1, go to extension 101. Two, let's repeat the inbound call and lead it to ring group 601. Then extension 101 and 200 will ring at the same time. Third, let's repeat the inbound call and lead it to conference 800. Then use extension 101 and 200 to join the conference too.
Say your name and then press the pound key. Thank you. You are currently the only person in this conference. After the tone, say your name and then press the pound key. Thank you. There is currently one other participant in the conference. After the tone, say your name and then press the pound key. Thank you. There are currently two other participants in the conference. Is now in the conference.
Four, dial the phone number beginning with 9 to make an outbound call. Okay, since we have enabled the call recording, we can check the recording files here. Let's hear it. Okay, this part has been finished. Now let's get into the maintenance part. Here we briefly talk about three parts: login settings, firmware upgrade, backup, and restore. Looking at the login setting page, for the sake of safety, we can choose to use HTTP or HTTPS to manage the system and modify its port. On the firmware upgrade page, we can see the current version of the system and the latest online firmware version. If you have downloaded the firmware file from the website, you can upload it directly to the device and upgrade the system. Or you can just click the button, update the firmware online. The system will finish the firmware upgrade automatically. After the update, the device will restart itself automatically and get into the new system. On the backup and restore page, we can back up the current configuration into a file and upload the backup files to the system if necessary, so that we can restore to the status before that backup. Or we can just click the reset to restore default factory settings. Okay, now let's come to the final part, Q&A session. My colleague team from technical department will take charge of this part. If you have any questions or suggestions, please raise your hands to ask him. Thank you.
Hello? Hello, Bethel. About your question, how many partitions is supported for the internal and external conference? And could I have an internal and external conference running at the same time? It's okay. The internal and external conference can running at the same time. And based on our test, we test about dozens of partitions in the conference, and it's working fine. Hello, Jules. About your question, how to access to the CLI and how can I change the audio to Spanish? Maybe I can show you. Here we have our interface for the CLI. You can see the output here. And about the audio file, the Spanish audio file, we can set it here. We have global setting about the voice promotes. As you can see, there are many choices here: English, Chinese, Spanish, France, and Japanese, Russia, and Italian. About how to check the FXO footage. At the moment, we do not have the interface to check the FXO footage, but we have that function on our FXO gateway, and we will bring this function into our UC PBX later. The UC PBX has a firewall. We have some security tool here. This is the firewall. We can set some firewall rules here, and we have also a fail to ban tool. It can detect the zip register, IX register, and HTTP and SSH. And we can also add whitelist and blacklist here. About how many concurrent video calls, we do not have actual data, but we have tested with about 4 or 5 partitions, and it's working. Maybe you can test more attendant. I do not say it only supports 5 partitions. What I say is that we do not test more partitions. We only have 5 desktop with cameras, so we just make a simple test with 5 cameras. Maybe you can test more. About the SSH access, we do not provide it as default, but we have a developer mode. It will provide full access, full SSH access with root permission. As you can see, in the Queens, we have the RM memory strategy, but it's not in the ring group. About Iris version in the UC device, as you can see, it's Iris 11.15. About the system backup and the restore, I can show you here. You can backup the system configuration here by clicking the backup and upload the backup file, then click the restore. It will restore the backup file. About the network trace, I'm not sure you are asking for the trace route or the network capture. You can see we have both functions. About the Legio's monitor system support, it's not available at the moment, but We are planning to add the SNMP monitor features in the later version. About the about how to save the period recording audio to a USB memory. At the moment, we only support save the recording audio in the internal storage, but in next version, we will add this feature. You can save the audio file every day, every week, or every month. It will be available in next version. About how many concurrent audio cores, based on our test, it support 100 concurrent core with the G729 codec and 300 concurrent cores with ULU and ALU. About the remote management for the UC device, we have a feature here. Maintains. We have a cloud management feature. Here we have two servers here. One server in China and one server in the America. If I register our account and password here, and it will be shown in our cloud. As you can see, I have already registered the UC 500 to this cloud server. You can see it online here. And we have web remote access and SSH remote access here. It's disabled. This cloud server is still under the final test. We will release it maybe in next month. About the static route, we can add the route here. Network static route, add.
Okay, this is the end. And if you have time, please give us some evaluation on the poll. Thank you.